allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening and welcome to the Bryan City Council meeting for Monday, July 17th, 2017. First item on our agenda is to approve the minutes of the July 3rd council meeting. Council, you have those in front of you. Any additions or corrections?
I move they stand approved.
I'll second that.
Judy?
Yes.
Keith?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes. Next item is clerk treasurer's report.
Council's been presented with the clerk treasurer's report for the month ending June 30th, 2017.
It looks balanced, so I move that we accept it as given to us.
Second.
Keith?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes. Next item is a hearing of public concerns. Have nothing in front of us, so we'll move on to item number 4, which is an ordinance. Lori, please number and read.
Ordinance number 22, 2017. An ordinance providing for the transfer of funds for the city of Bryan for the month ending July 31st, 2017. This is a transfer of $500,000 from the 1% income tax fund to the 101 general fund for general spending purposes. A transfer of $250,000 from the 0.5% income tax fund to the 401 capital improvement fund for projects. And a transfer of $50,000 from the 0.5% income tax fund to the 505 sewer drain maintenance fund for maintenance projects. Total amount of transfer requested, $800,000.
Make a motion to approve. Or suspend, I'm sorry.
I'll second.
Tommy?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Keith?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Motion to approve.
Second?
Carrie?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Keith?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
The next item is another ordinance. Lori, please number and read.
Ordinance number 23, 2017. An ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with Gherkin Paving Incorporated for the project known as 2017 Asphalt Program.
Mr. Waterston.
Bids were received. Gherkin Paving was the low bidder. They came in at $342,358. This is just grinding and resurfacing streets in Taylor's Edition, which would be Center Ridge, Downing, Taylor, Short Street, and also doing some of Avenue A and South Lebanon, and a couple other small streets in there. So.
Now, is this, you say it's grinding and repaving, is this the same as what they did out on Fountain Grove Drive?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, this is just grinding 2 inches and putting 2 inches back on our
Okay.
annual paving program.
The part of Avenue A, is that north of Washington School?
Yes,
I
it
know
would be
Mr. Wright was in
from-
here
Where it's
last
rough,
year. Okay,
It'd
it
be
is,
from Pleasantwood to High.
okay, very good, thank you.
So we're gonna try to keep the construction traffic off that when they do the school, so I think they're supposed to enter out onto Center Street, so they don't tear up the new road, if we get the road in before they're done, so.
I move to suspend.
Second?
Judy?
Yes.
Keith?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Keith?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes. Next item is another ordinance. Lori, please number and read.
Ordinance number 24, 2017. An ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with Zimmerman Paint Contractors Company for the project known as 2017 Pavement Marking Program.
Again, kind of goes hand in hand with the last one. This is just our annual pavement marking program. Zimmerman got it for $84,140. This is center lines, parking stalls, stop bars, turn arrows, all that good stuff.
When I was looking over this, on the description that you gave us, what is a channel line?
That would be the white line between two lanes of pavement going the same way.
Okay. Thank you.
This is, this 84,000, I think that's something just about in that range every year, isn't it? What
Pretty
was it
much.
last year, Andrew, do you remember?
I don't know.
It was 82,000 last year.
82, yeah.
Sorry.
Seems like it's right there, in 81 to 84 every year, so,
Yep, pretty standard.
yep, okay. Not much changes there.
Move to suspend.
I'll second.
Keith?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Move to approve.
Second?
Carrie?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Keith?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Next item is another ordinance. Lori, please number and read.
Ordinance number 25, 2017, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with All Purpose Contracting Incorporated for the project known as 2017 100 Block East South Street Improvements.
This was bid, and All-Purpose Contracting got the bid for $254,147. This is for the 100 block of East South Street, new curb, gutter, sidewalk, widen it out to make that turn easier there, across from Circle K. New water line is part of this project, just a little bit of storm sewer work, replacing catch basins, things like that.
Where's that sidewalk going, on the south side?
Be going on the south side.
Okay. What is the distance there? Because, you know, you go down, well, any intersection, you go in the semis coming around those corners, and if you're setting in the middle lane, the turn left lane as a vehicle, those semis come around and then people have to back up and things like that. Is there a standard where is that, you know, a vehicle has to stop
If
within
you
this?
recall, when Bryan asked to bid this, he had the drawing up on the screen, and we're pulling that stop bar way back, at
Okay.
least 50 feet, and we're closing off part of Circle K's entrance there. So that'd
Okay.
be curb. So they'll still have half the entrance, but we're closing off the first
Yeah,
half.
'cause I think that's bad. Right there,
So-
they're rolling up over that curb and everything else.
With
all the
what we're
time there.
proposing, it'll be way easier to make that turn for semis now.
And that street will be completely closed while you're doing that, right? That block.
It'll be, I think, fully closed for 2 weeks. It'll be, I mean, it'll be closed during the day when they're working, but I believe their plan is just to have it fully closed for 2 weeks.
How far down are they going with the sidewalk?
Sidewalk will go from High all the way to Walnut Street
Over,
on
okay.
the south side. And then we're doing curb ramps on the north side of Walnut Street too, so.
While that's closed, will there be access for those businesses that are east of the corner there?
We are putting in a temporary drive off of Walnut Street to service Rose's building, which is Little Caesars and those other businesses in that area,
Okay.
so. The biggest thing is gonna be getting with Bryan Metals and working out their deliveries, because we are gonna have Walnut intersection tore up for a little bit, so.
We've used this all-purpose before?
I have not dealt with them personally. Bryan has in the past. They came highly recommended from the second lowest bidder. So Bryan has no concerns.
Where are they from?
That I cannot tell you, Tommy.
Okay, all right.
Delphus.
Okay, gotcha. Okay,
I was gonna say that.
all right. I make a motion to suspend.
Second.
Tommy?
Yes.
Keith?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Keith?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item is another ordinance. Lori, please number and read.
Ordinance number 26, 2017, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with Dynapack Corporation for 600,000 City of Bryan refuse bags.
Good evening.
Listen.
This year, we received 3 bids for the garbage bags, and once again, Dynapack was the lowest bidder at $50,800. And that's the same price per bag as last year. They didn't go up any per bag.
And last year, we ordered 400,000. So they're keeping it, it's been about the same price about 3 or 4 years there in a row.
That's good. Council, any questions for Tyson?
Make a motion to suspend?
I'll second.
Tommy?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Keith?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Judy?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Keith?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 9 is a resolution. Lori, please number and read.
Resolution number 23, 2017, a resolution to accept a donation of land commonly known as a bike path behind 510 Avenue A from the Bryan City Schools to the City of Bryan to be adjoined to Recreation Park.
Up the record. Yes, yeah. Talk a little bit about that, Gavin.
Let's do the work.
Thanks. This is the property behind Washington School. It's strictly the bike path area. I believe there is a little bit of utility easement maybe along with it, but it's strictly the bike path. This will now give us the opportunity to maybe make some improvements to the bike path that before we couldn't make because we simply didn't own the property. So
Does this include that?
the triangle on the
Yes.
north end, yep. Yep.
Okay, so the part that goes right up to the Washington School parking lot and?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Up to Avenue B. Avenue B.
Yeah.
We've talked about this and talked about improvements there and things like that, and I know there was a number thrown around, but, are we gonna try to make those improvements yet this year, or what?
I'll have to sit down with Lori and the mayor and maybe the budget committee even and see where things set. Before we ever started talking with the school, we had got with Andy, and Andy kind of did an overview and Bryan did an overview, and the estimate was somewhere between 25 and 30,000 to get the path back up to where the path needed to be. When we went through the budget process, we decided not to include that in the budget as it still wasn't our property. So now that it becomes our property, we'll need to probably sit back down with Lori, the mayor, the budget committee, and see if the money is available to go ahead and get something done this year to get the path back where the path needs to be. I'll be honest with you, the path is in bad shape. The path's been in bad shape for quite some time. Our phone rings very frequently about what can you do to the path, what can you do to the path, and the answer has to, up to now, has always been, we're not allowed to spend taxpayers' money on property that we don't own.
A lot of people thought we owned that path, which we
Yeah.
didn't.
So now that we own the path, now we can sit down in earnest and take a good look at where we're at, maybe get some more solid quotes, ideas of what it's truly gonna cost to get that path back to where it needs to be. And then be able to sit down with the members of council that are on the budget committee and Lori and the mayor, and see what we can do.
Okay, sounds good.
You gonna change the type of path, like go to cement or?
No, I think
Concrete.
I think asphalt serves its purpose. I mean, I can't tell you how long it's been there, Keith, but it's served its purpose.
Yes.
I mean, just as concrete, you're gonna have the breaks and all that kind of stuff in the concrete. It's just time. It needs some attention. It's been there for quite some time. So it's just time. It needs some updates.
I'm
That
just
includes
curious.
ours, what we own too, right?
Yeah,
You're thinking
yeah.
of the whole
When
business.
we do it, we'll go all the way to the parking lot at Moore Pool. So that'll be, we'll look to do all of that at one time.
I move we suspend.
Second.
Keith?
Yes?
Carrie?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Move to approve.
Second.
Carrie?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Keith?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Thank you.
The next item. Item number 10 is a resolution. Lori, please number and read.
Resolution number 24, 2017, a resolution to set the employee annual premium rate for health insurance for the period September 1st, 2017 through August 31st, 2018, and declaring an emergency.
We're very happy with what we've been able to achieve again this year. Once again, this insurance contract is from September 1st, 2017 through August 31st, 2018. It is with Med Mutual. Mike Curvile is our first insurance group representative each year for this. It's the grandfathered minimum premium plan with a stop loss of $50,000 self-insurance, which we've had before. We have 25 single people taking advantage of this and 109 family, which we're responsible for. The 4-year average, starting 14-15 was 6%, 15-16 was 0, 16-17 was 6.46, 17-18 was 4.0. So we've been averaging about 4.1% increase in health insurance. And if you watched everything that's going on with health insurances, most of them are sky high right now. So we don't want to lose that grandfather clause, which means that we don't make adjustments into that, but we're getting the lower rates. There's also a possibility with what's happening in town with Activate Group and some other things that we might get involved in that, which would cause this rate another year maybe to go lower and keep it at that 0 rate. Once again, we negotiated with Mike and Medical Mutual, and we started at 7.36. We got it down to 4.45, and we ended up with 4. I wanted 3.99, sounds better than 4, but they wouldn't budge anymore. So I recommend that council do this, and this would take effect September 1st for the employees.
Council, any questions or concerns? Now I'll accept the motion.
I move to suspend.
Second?
Judy?
Yes.
Keith?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I should ask a question. Even though it's 4%, how much does that cost? How much added cost does that cost?
That was an increase. Single insurance are gonna pay $1.17 more per pay, and the family insurance will pay $3.19
Right, but to the
more per
city,
pay.
how much is that? What's the?
Tommy, what it really depends on, it's based on actual claims. So our 4% is going up as far as a rate increase, but if we don't incur those actual claims, then we don't pay it. So it's the claim on the base number. The administrative fee will go up every year by the 4%. But if our actual claims are lower than that, we don't pay it.
Okay. I was just curious, I know it's been low, and then it gets up to 6, now we're at 4, but again, I guess what I look at is that regardless what that number is, it has to compound.
We're running a little bit lower this year than we were last year at this point in time, which is lucky because the first 4 months of this year, as you guys saw in the financials, were not that good to us, but the last 2 months have been very good to us.
Yes.
So it fluctuates a lot depending on our experience.
Okay. Sorry.
Any other questions? If not, I'll accept a motion to approve.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Tommy?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Keith?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Next item is a resignation. Chief Siders.
Good evening. Jason Mannon has accepted a position with the wastewater treatment plant. I believe that's the next item that you're going to have on your agenda. So he is requesting to be transferred to the wastewater treatment plant, resigning as a career firefighter with the fire department. However, he at this time wishes to stay on as a volunteer
after a small hiatus to concentrate on his new job position at the wastewater treatment plant. So I'd ask that council approve this transfer from full-time status to volunteer, effective August 7th.
I do want to mention that I certainly appreciate Jason's willingness to still serve on the fire department, especially, I know fire departments everywhere are struggling to try to keep volunteers, and so I
Yep.
appreciate his willingness to do that. Council, how would you like to proceed?
I move that we accept this resignation and transfer.
I'll second.
Keith?
Yes?
Judy?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chief.
Thank you, Chief. Next item is employee status change. Wes?
Evening.
Good evening.
Just a quick follow-up on what Bruce said. I'm here to get permission to see Jason transferred over to the wastewater plant, if you agree.
Move to approve.
Second?
Carrie?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Keith?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
And a follow-up on my last comment, I appreciate wastewater's willingness to allow Jason to be able
Yeah,
to.
we
remain
definitely are
volunteer.
open to that, so.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next item is a building permit. Mr. Waterstone.
Building permit tonight is for St. Holtz McCarnes. This is for the gas station out at 1310 West High Street. They will be doing an addition and some interior renovation. Tim Shear will be doing the work out of West Unity. State construction type is 5B. State use group is M. Cost for the addition and renovation is $90,000. They're doing a 480 square foot addition off the back of the building. Pretty much beer cave.
Okay.
We're talking about Mike's Car Wash, right? Not car wash.
Yeah.
Mike's,
Yeah.
Across from Bowling
what's it
Alley.
called?
Carry out.
The carryout.
station.
Mike-
Across from Bowling Alley.
Yeah,
And we'll move to approve.
yeah. Second?
Carrie?
Yes.
Keith?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Thank you.
Item number 14 is an ordinance. Lori, please number and read.
Ordinance number 27, 2017, an ordinance to authorize membership in the National Joint Powers Alliance pursuant to Ohio Revised Code Section 9.48, and to authorize purchase of Musco lighting for the Bryan soccer field through the National Joint Power Alliance, thereby waiving the competitive bidding process prescribed by Ohio Revised Code Section 127.16B1.
That's a lot.
You got her, Ben.
Okay, the National Joint Power Alliance is an association that we're requesting to join. It essentially works very similar to our state bid that we do for the cars and things like that. It's an avenue to buy goods, materials, installation, that kind of stuff on different contracts that have already been bid out through the National Joint Powers Alliance. We went through, there are some communities, there are some schools here in the state of Ohio that have used this organization. You know, I have talked to a couple of them. Things go very well when working with this organization. So therefore, we would ask that you approve this membership and therefore allow us to waive the bid process and purchase through the National Joint Powers Alliance.
Rhonda, you have no issues with this?
No, Ben brought this to me on Thursday, and I've had an opportunity to look through the statutes and the agency itself. I got on the web page, looked at their landing pages. this, as he said, it's similar to purchasing through the state purchasing program, but through this joint alliance, and the Ohio Revised Code allows this. I want to thank Kevin Maynard for bringing this to our attention. I think that was one of the city of Hamilton had done a project, and so in researching that, I found that, you know, this is applicable for us in this particular
Okay.
instance. So I don't have any issues with it.
Good.
There was a whole list of schools that we got are in that.
If I could say, though, that if you do approve it, I wasn't here at the last meeting, but I believe you passed a resolution number 22 that authorized bid for this same project, so I would ask that you would rescind that resolution to clear up the documentation.
Okay.
What kind of cost to join this?
This is a free membership.
Oh, it's a free
Yeah, and
membership,
it's,
okay.
as Lori and I talked this morning, we'll receive a member packet and things like that. At that point, we'll share with other department heads, BMU. It may be something that we could use more frequently, just as we do the bid process or the state bids.
I'll accept a motion.
So moved.
I'll second that.
Keith?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Carrie?
Abstain.
Rick?
Yes.
We didn't need to suspend.
It has to be suspended.
That was a motion to suspend. We just
Oh,
need
that's the
a motion
motion
to
to-
approve now. Yeah.
Okay.
I make a motion to approve.
Second.
Judy?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Keith?
Yes.
Carrie?
Abstain.
Rick?
Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it.
Now you need a motion to
Rescind
rescind resolution number 22. I'll make that motion.
And I'll second that.
Judy?
Yes.
Keith?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Carrie?
Abstain.
Rick?
Yes. Okay. Got everything we need to do with that item? Okay. All set? All right, that was the last item on our agenda for this evening. We'll go around the room, see if there's anything further from the department heads. Mr. Dominic? Mr. Waterstone?
One thing I forgot to mention, timelines for the paving and pavement marking program. Completion date's October, haven't heard when they're planning on starting yet. East-South Street, we're having a pre-construction meeting tomorrow with the contractor. But last I knew, he was looking at first week in August starting that project, so just to give everybody a heads up.
So that's gonna happen pretty quick then, if they're starting in August, okay.
Correct.
Good. Chief Willis? Tyson? Chief Siders?
No, sir.
Wes? Mr. Maynard? Nothing from BMU, okay. Mr. Day?
And nothing tonight.
Mr. Moore?
I'm good, thank you.
Ms. Yaris?
Nothing.
Carrie?
I'm good, thank you.
Good? Lori?
No, sir.
Rhonda?
No, sir.
Mayor?
Well, I have to say something.
It is tradition.
Yeah, it is tradition. We received a lot of good comments. It's not good comments when you have a fire, but the extent of the fire we had the other night and the speed we had to get the fire out, we heard a lot of good comments about that. I went out, one of the ex-board members called me and said there's a big fire in the area, and you could see smoke all over. When I went out of the house, didn't see anything, drove down South Street. When I got there to Wilson Street, went right by the factory that was on fire behind, didn't see anything until I got down to the park there where they play baseball and softball, and then I saw all the fire trucks and everything, and our policemen were there guiding the traffic, and Big Dale was down there driving the traffic also, and I pulled in there and I got to talk to the editor of the Bryan Times. He came back and he said they wouldn't have had that kind of service wherever he lived before, and he was amazed with it. So it went quick. We're glad they didn't have too much damage, but a good job of the firemen and all the cooperation they had to get that out. When we went down there was an accident or something on one of the side streets, and while our police was out in the street, the sheriffs were down there taking that off. So that was good cooperation. So we heard good things, and we want to get those volunteers and firemen built up so we have that thing to put fires out. You don't have them every day, but boy, when you have it, you need to have the fire department there. So Good job, guys.
And our linemen were there too, correct? From
Lyman,
BMU?
BMU, that's another,
Nothing?
they were scared to death, they were pulling out, they said there was wires above there that could have come down, I don't know phases and all that, but pretty hot wires could have come down, could have been really bad, so everything was good. Everything was good. So, thank you.
Okay. The only thing that I wanted to mention was, we had talked about the walkway out at the park that was donated, or we approved tonight behind Washington School. And I just wanted to thank Bryan City Schools for working with us on that. That was a great joint effort between us and Bryan City Schools in getting that taken care of, and I appreciate them working with us. I have nothing further, so I would accept a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
So moved. Oh,
Sorry,
you
Keith.
got it.
Carrie?
You seconding? Yes.
Keith?
Yes.
Tommy?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.